Hi, everybody. Gwen Jones here, and welcome to this week's episode of the Action to Impact Show. I'm so glad that you're with me because this week I'm kind of going out on a limb and I'm going to learn new and exciting things about a new and exciting culture. Wait a minute. Not a new culture at all. In fact, a culture and an area of this world that has been around for centuries. I'm talking about the United Arab Emirates, okay? I don't know a lot about it. I know about Dubai, but what's United? What are Emirates? What are the United Arab Emirates? Well, I have a couple people who are going to enlighten me, hopefully enlighten you, and tell me about a region of the world with amazing history, arguably a lot of misconceptions, and one of the fastest growing areas for, wait for it, Interact and Rotaract. Why? Well, it could be because the average age in the United Arab Emirates is 31 years old. Interesting? Well, come join me as I introduce you to our Madam President of the area and my new friend, Dr. Basil. Thanks as always for joining us. This one is a great one. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Well, I am thrilled not only that I'm about to introduce you to my new friend, Dr. Basil, as I like to call him, who is a fellow podcaster, but we're going to have an entire show about the youth of Rotary, about some Rotaractors and Interactors that are blowing some other people away, and this collection of countries that I personally do not know enough about. In fact, I even just said countries, and they're not. They're Emirates. That's right. I am all the way off to the United Arab Emirates this week to crash and get rid of some misconceptions, to introduce you to some amazing Rotarians, Rotaractors, and Interactors, and just have a totally wonderful conversation about fantastic culture that's been around for thousands of years, the amazing people that proudly call them Rotarians, and maybe a really great connection in what we may perceive and what actually is not true. President Elena and Dr. Basil. And you know what? I didn't do the last name. So Basil, give me your official name and what Rotary position do you hold at this time?
Thank you so much for hosting us. My name is Basil Radwan. I am the Youth Service Chair of Rotary Club of Jumeirah and serving as the RILA and Interact Country Chair in UAE as well. And I'm so proud today to be hosted in your podcast, which I consider it as a window that we will look into the American community and introduce ourselves and our culture. And I'm so proud that President Elena joined us today, accepted to be a host, to be hosted as well. And I will hand it over to President Elena.
Yes, President Elena, because first of all, you're breaking a lot of myth right there with Miss President Elena. What is your official title, ma'am?
Thank you very much, Gwen. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Elena Schildken, but we can skip the last name. I know that is difficult for a lot of Americans. I had a lot of fun traveling America, and they're trying to pronounce my name.
So, yeah, I think I got it.
You're doing well. So my official title is President of the Association of Rotary Clubs in the UAE. So we are licensed by the government under an authority that is called the CDA. And we have one license for the Association of Rotary Clubs in the UAE. And under this license, associations, all the different clubs are operating. So in total, we have 14 clubs, 9 Rotary clubs and 5 Rotaract clubs. I'm not sure about the number of Interact clubs. Dr. Basil knows that better than me. I think there are about 3. Is that correct?
Okay.
Yeah, increased by one this year and will increase by one next year
So
as well.
so 4 by 2027, 2028. Is that what I'm hearing?
Actually, 25, 26, they
Or
are four
25?
already. They will be five
Wow.
next Rotary year.
Bravo. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, uh, President Elena, would we in the United States call you a district governor?
No,
Or
district
no?
governor is somebody else. So we
Okay.
are in the UAE are part of District 2452. And this
Okay.
district is an interesting district because it consists of 9 countries. So we are one of 9 countries that form a district. So the other countries in our district are Bahrain, Jordan, Lebanon, Cyprus, Armenia, Georgia, Palestine, and Sudan. And the
Wow.
district governor is chosen for each one of the countries. We were proud enough to have the district governor last year. No, the year before. Last year was the governor from Cyprus, and the year before was the district governor was from the UAE, Hussein Al Jazeeri. And
Mm-hmm.
that changes so every year. And so the district governor runs the whole district, decentralized. And in each of the countries, there is a DDG, so deputy district governor. And that then it trickles down to the AGs and then to the club presidents, the secretaries at the club. So that's the hierarchy, if you want to call it that way.
I so first of all, I have so many, I would say, foundational questions to ask you. First of all, you are part of the United Arab Emirates. And if I understand that correctly, the way good old Chat GPT told me is that that consists of 7 countries. But Dr. Basil,
Seven
you were
Emirates.
telling me that they're emirates. Please tell me the difference in those things.
Well, it's
Uh,
like
pre
in the
yeah.
US. It's like in the US, you have different
Okay.
countries which form the United States of America. So states in America will be the
Okay.
Emirates in the UAE. So that's the equivalent. So the
Gotcha.
UAE were
Okay.
formed in 1971, actually with 6 Emirates, and the
Okay.
seventh came to the Union a year later. That was Ras Al Khaimah joining as last emirate. And since then, since 1972, they are 7 emirates that form the United Arab Emirates. So there is federal laws, there is Emirati laws, and each one of the emirates has their own ruling family and their own government, but there is also federal authorities and the federal government covering as a roof everything.
So it's very much like the United States. I
Yeah,
mean, because
it is.
there is, let's say the state that I'm talking to you right now is Boston, Massachusetts, and Boston has a governor and a lieutenant governor, and they have a state Supreme Court, and they have a state Congress. They have a whole governing body. And then there is, of course, the United States of all of those together that's run by a president and a Congress. So it's very similar. I guess one would say the difference would be um well, I should say they're very much the same because what I can do in Massachusetts may be different than what I can do in another state or what I can do in another state. So it's fascinating. It is more like the United States than I think we give it credit for. Was that
It's
a
very
pretty fair
similar.
statement?
Yes, it's very similar. It's very similar. And you have, let's say, as I mentioned, federal laws that are applicable in all of the Emirates. And then
Correct.
for certain aspects, the Emirates are entitled to do their own laws in certain areas. So you would have emiri laws and ministerial decrees. So, yeah, it's very, very similar.
So I think one misconception that I think we should get easily away is that I think when the people watch this on YouTube, they'll see that there are 2 women on the screen and one dashing man. In other words, the president of this
And I support
screen,
women as well.
but that the woman that is in charge of all of this UAU area in district, you said 2452, is a woman.
In
And
the UAE, yes, we have shared responsibilities. As I mentioned, we have a license from the CDA. In the license, we also have a general manager, that is the chairman. So the chairman, Ahmed bin Salela, was instrumental in bringing Rotary to the UAE in 2001. He was actually the founding person of the UAE, so he's very much involved. And I would say it's very much shared responsibility. So we have titles. Yes, I'm the president. He is the chairman. And then we have a full team that helps in the association office. And we, of course, work closely together with all the presidents and the secretaries. And we try to run the UAE in the Rotary in the UAE as a teamwork.
so it sounds to me like one of our biggest misconceptions that we can get out of the way is that somehow Rotary is drastically different in the UAE than it is maybe in the EU or in any. I mean, it's run. Rotary is run everywhere, pretty much the same. Is that a fair statement?
I would say definitely because
Okay,
we have our Rotary International rules to abide by that we have the same
that I have to
training, same
follow.
bureau
Yeah,
rules, we
right.
have the same background, we have the same four-way test, and we are very much focusing on this. And what's maybe different is the international part, the one that you also want to be introduced to and want to focus in, and that we have so many nationalities. We all our clubs are filled with people from different nationalities, from Asia, from Europe, from the Middle East, from America, from all parts of the world. So not only our district is quite multinational, but also our clubs are
Mm.
run by presidents from different nationalities. And this is, I think, the uniqueness of, let's say, Rotary in the UAE.
So we talk about these emirates and as like states, and it's under this one body called these United Arab Emirates. What do you guys think is one of the biggest misconceptions about your beautiful countries? And I do say countries. What are some misconceptions that you think people may have, especially white all American folks like me, who sometimes get spoon fed uh, interesting formats that some people want us to believe, and I myself love to learn about other countries. So what's something absolutely amazing that I should know about your wonderful countries? And President Elena, I'll start with you and then I'll move to Dr. Basil. What's something I should really want to know about?
Um, Not to fall into the trap of going into this gender discussion, but I think one of the biggest misconceptions is still, and I'm facing this since 35 years being in the country,
Okay.
and still in some parts has not changed. So I'm a lawyer, I'm a qualified lawyer in Germany, I run my own law office. And still to the day, some questions are there. What, you as a woman can work as a lawyer there in this country? Is this true?
Gotcha.
How can this happen? And all this let's say wrong interpretations and wrong pictures that maybe some people want to portray about not
Okay.
only our country, but also about other countries. But women are really the backbone of this country in many Arab countries. We have women ministers, and not me only as a president role. We have um, possibilities and options for women that I sometimes would wish they would have in Germany as well, and maybe in America as well. We have really big support for women, and if you go to the authorities, you will sometimes only see women in the jobs there. So maybe Dr. Basil can add to this because I, for one, I have never in these 35 years felt any hindrance to do whatever I liked. I was always welcome in this country, always supported, and I never felt any hurdles in my way. On the contrary.
Wow. I think that's an extraordinary misconception. Absolutely. Dr. Basil, what about you? What is one of the biggest things that we should give up thinking about your wonderful countries? Emirates. Sorry.
I
See,
want
I'm correcting myself.
Actually, I want to continue on what President Elena was saying because I just remembered now that not only the current president, we still have 1 week in this Rotary year. So
We do.
we technically we are still in 25, 26.
Right.
The incoming district governor of our district will be a woman from Lebanon.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, and like many clubs, the presidents are women as well. Okay, let me add another thing. 2022, 2023, the Rotary year, we were discussing in the board of Rotary Club of Jumeirah what we should call this year or what theme shall we adopt. So we decided to go in line with the annual theme that year in the UAE, which was about women empowerment. So we said that this year will be the year of the Emirati women. We will shed the light on the success stories of the Emirati women. So I was honored to host in one of our fellowships Dr. Suad al-Shamsi. Dr. Suad, she is the first aviation engineer as Emirati a woman in UAE. And her story is inspiring
Yeah,
because
true.
as an Emirati woman, the doors are open for those comfort employment and opportunities by the government or private sector. But she followed her passion and she started to learn mechanical engineering in the industrial area. Imagine. Okay.
Right.
Uh, an Emirati man was fixing his car in that garage where she was working. And he said, are you really Emirati? Leaving all the comfort zone and coming to a garage, working hard with the cars. She said, yes, I love doing this. And what he said, you have 1 minute. If you will talk to the ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al
Mhm.
Maktoum, what you will tell him? She said, I will tell him, give me the opportunity to have a scholarship in the United States or UK to study aviation engineering. He
Aviation
called,
engineering. Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
So he called the ruler. Apparently, he was in his closed circle. So he called the ruler and he gave her the phone. He told her, just tell him your
Talk to this gentleman. He may be able to help you.
exactly. And he made it happen.
Wow.
Not only a bachelor degree, not only a master degree, but even like a PhD, a doctorate degree. And
Wow.
now she is leading the very successful projects of Emirates Airlines and Etihad Airways, which is like two biggest operation in the aviation field.
Amazing. Amazing. I don't, so do you feel, and I throw this out to both of you guys, that and I would say this is a Rotary problem in the sense that here's my culture and why is your culture quote unquote so different than my culture, and yet your culture to you is just fine, but to me, or the grand me, it feels different, or how could you live that way, or how come these preconceived notions. And so I feel in Rotary, until we have conversations like this, we have those, even in somebody as warm and loving as Rotary International, we have judgments. Do you think we could ever get rid of those judgments that somehow people that live in France are so much different that they have a problem and they should change. But we have a lot of countries that are just really happy in their own wonderful cultures. So do we need to learn to understand and accept more and maybe judge less, or have them want to conform to make us more comfortable? Maybe. Does that make
So if you want
sense?
to learn, yeah, so if you want to learn how to do this, exactly this, you have to come and experience time in Dubai. So we are very happy that hopefully in 2 years' time, we are going to eventually host the international conference, Rotary International Conference in Dubai 2029. And I hope that then a lot of people will take this advantage and travel to Dubai, come to Dubai and experience our hospitality, our culture, and also the beauty of the many cultures that we have peacefully living together in our culture, in our country, in our Emirates. So, I think for one, I can only encourage. I have not been, unfortunately, to any other Rotary International conferences, but there was a lot of, let's say, difficulties with traveling these days. So I decided not to go to Taipei. But I think these yearly annual conferences where Rotarians have the chance to just experience those different cultures and see how the people live in their country and find out, yes, they might be living different lives and have a different cultures, but to share this culture is just the beauty of us being Rotarians and sharing time together. Or if you come to Dubai and find out, well, in Dubai they don't live so different at all. We have a very modern country. We have a city that looks like a good American high-rise area in New York or Chicago or wherever you
And I would
want.
argue even more beautiful. I mean, my gosh, the architecture alone is worth hopping on an airplane and seeing
So we
Dubai at the
have
very least.
everything available that makes life comfortable. We have good infrastructure, good schools, we have good security. So, and this is what makes Dubai attractive to many nationalities, many families, many companies setting up. So Dubai is not for nothing a good, let's say, I would call it business model. Yes, it is a business
Mhm.
model. But people feel safe here. People have opportunities here, companies, individuals doing business, retiring here, just coming to enjoy and spending their
Quite a lot of
vacation.
expats, quite a lot from a lot of
Yes, we have.
Europeans are
Yes.
are
I mean, let's
moving
say if
in.
we talk about Emiratis, and to your surprise, maybe I'm blonde and blue-eyed, but I have Emirati passport. We are only 15% anymore. So when I
Really?
came here 35 years ago, it was still 20. Now we're down to 15%, and the rest is expatriates.
Wow. I think that would really surprise people because I think people would just naturally assume that it's filled with people from some of these other countries. My last question, and then I want to learn all about these interactors and these rotaractors. Dubai is not the capital.
No, Abu Dhabi is.
Okay, so I grew up in a beautiful state here in Washington called Washington State here in the USA, and everybody thinks Seattle is the capital of Washington, of that state, because it's the largest city and it's the one that gets the most press. But I found it very interesting in doing my research that Dubai is not the capital. So is it why is it Abu Dhabi? Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Abu Dhabi, yeah.
Okay, that is the capital. Why is there historically a reason why that is the capital and not Dubai?
Well, historically, Dubai, I think, was more on the forefront and being the city of merchants, let's call it that way. Dubai
Okay.
was a city of merchants, the trade was there.
Like the
They had a
silk trade
creek,
kind of.
a
Yeah.
creek,
Okay.
it's like a waterway, a creek. The dhows would travel to all the neighboring countries. There was a lot
Hmm.
of trade with India and all the other countries. So this made the area kind of popular around the creek, Dubai
Okay.
side. And but then later on, when the oil was found, it was found in the area of Abu Dhabi. So most of the oil that
Oh,
is
okay.
there is in Abu Dhabi. And then traditionally, when there was eventually a constitution for the United Arab Emirates, it was decided that Abu Dhabi is the capital and that the ruler is always from Abu Dhabi and that the vice president is always from Dubai. So that was is
Interesting.
in the constitution.
Wow. Okay. All right. So, um, as homework for all the listeners and viewers out there, should we get to know your countries a lot more? Like maybe look up a good documentary and not feel so jaded, my word, by your wonderful countries. Because I mean, I had to say before I did this interview, I did a quick dive into um, the centuries of trade and beliefs and tribes and customs, and it was really fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. And as America celebrates 250 years, you can top that by several centuries with some of the amazing history of your land. So maybe we should do a little research and cast the judgments aside.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. So if really people are out there are really interested in the history, one of the most brilliant historians writing about the UAE is actually a German lady married to a British gentleman. He has passed away since, but he established the oil and gas business, David Hurd. And her name is Dr. Frauke Hurd Bey, and she has written one of the most comprehensive book about UAE history that you can find. She has had interviews with Late President Zayed. She run the archive in Abu Dhabi. She is still very prominent and working. So I highly recommend that you maybe follow, whatever she has published.
So if that isn't breaking the stereotype molds right there, we've been talking to President Elena, and she's telling us to go check out this fabulous Dr. Bay's book, who's German, about learning about the wonderful
Indeed.
areas. Yeah. Okay. So I hope that awakens a lot of people listening and watching us that there's more to this fabulous excuse me, Emirates, did it again. Okay. Um, then we give them a try. Now, let's get to the fun part. The average age that same old chat GPT told me in that area is 31 years old in the UAE. And it learning that, it does not surprise me, Dr. Vazel, that you guys, like I said, here's my piece of paper. You guys are doing stuff like blood drives, podcasts, huge Ryla, an Interact Eco Summit. You guys have your Rotaract and Interact going crazy. First off, congratulations. Second of all, do you have the pixie dust? I mean, people are saying, oh, we can't get an Interact or a Rotaract going for the life of me. And now you're telling me that it's not only growing, but it's thriving. What is your secret magic?
Actually, there is a fellowship in Rotary called Young Rotarians. So I checked this fellowship and I found them describing it as a fellowship for Rotarians, those who have young hearts. So
Young hearts.
so yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So the Rotary Youth movement in UAE is very active to the point that we just received today, our youth just received today the Golden Award from the district in the district conference for the innovative and impactful project of RILA. And they
Wow.
received another award for the PD sessions that they have done this year, which is the professional development sessions, and a third golden award for the like exceptional leadership. I'm talking about Rotaract Club of Jumeirah. That is sponsored by Rotary Club of Jumeirah. This is on the district level. They just won it today.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And last month, Rotary Club of Jumeirah won the Golden Award for the youth service venue in the Rotary District Conference as well.
Wow.
We have active and implemented well-integrated youth movement in UAE between Rotarians, Rotaractors, and Interactors. As you mentioned, why we don't know each other? Because we don't talk simply, either as nations or either as generations. So that's why I started by doing a podcast called Rotary Youth Decoded, to decode the Rotary Youth, to make them simplified to Rotarians, to be understood. So in this
to do like what we've been doing here, like let's just get it out in the open of what's misconceived, what's,
Exactly. Rotary itself, it focuses on programs such as Rotary Youth Exchange Program for the youth to be exchanged. Another program is the Rotary Friendship Program for Rotarians to visit each other. If we talk more, if we open our hearts and minds and just host each other on podcasts or even in our houses or in our countries, we will understand each other and misconceptions will be reduced significantly. That's the point. We need to talk more. Like, I just remember now that in UAE, there is a ministry called Tolerance and Coexistence Ministry.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is what we need. We need the tolerance. We need to live together, coexistence, you know. And as President Elena mentioned, that UAE in general and Rotary in UAE is like a cosmopolitan society where everyone from everywhere learned how to live together and respect each other's traditions and beliefs as well. So you will find us in Rotary UAE celebrating Christmas together from different religions. You will find us celebrating Ramadan, the holy month of Ramadan, the Islamic holy month of Ramadan together, those who fast and those who do not fast. So, and even Diwali, which is the Indian festival.
Beautiful celebration,
we celebrate it in Rotary UAE as well. Simply, we need to apply the values of Rotary. If we apply it, I believe the world will be a better place to live in. So back to your question about the movement of Rotary in youth in UAE. So we started 3 years ago by founding the or reactivating, let's say, the only Interact club that was active at that time, because it got deactivated. It's like a plant. If you don't give it water every day or every week,
Absolutely.
it will die. This is what happened. So we used to have an Interact club in one of the most important schools in Dubai since 2013, which we lost because no one was following up. So we started by reactivating them 3 years ago.
And that is not a UAE problem, let me say.
Exactly. It is a common problem, right?
Right?
Because I travel, to be honest, and whenever I travel, I like to visit other Rotary clubs and to see. And I found that even our problems are common, not only our values, you know. So,
geography has nothing to do with that part at all.
Exactly. Long story short, that only Interact club active in Dubai or in UAE 3, 4 years ago. The founding president who helped us to reactivate the club again to recertify it from Rotary International,
Awesome. Hmm.
she became the district governor of the Interact. Imagine. So
Oh,
for
wow.
2 years, not for 1 year. They call it in Interact, they call it DIR, the District Interact Representative, which is equivalent to district governor in Rotary. So she made it 2 years. We nominated her for 2 years after founding the club. So this Rotary year, we founded another Interact club because we have demand. Now the parents are coming to us. And
Right.
let me tell you a funny story actually that I'm really proud of. That a few weeks ago, I received an email from the Rotary International saying that someone submitted a case with us saying that, hi, I am 15 years old student based in Dubai. Do you have Interact Club? I saw the Interact activities on the internet, and I was wondering if I can join this club. So they redirected her request to me, and now just today I received her signed consent from her parents to join the Interact Club.
Isn't
So we
that
started to have
fantastic?
demand even, you know.
Right. Eh,
Rotary Club of Dubai reactivated their Interact Club. Dubai downtown, they sponsor an Interact Club. In Jumeirah, we have two Interact Clubs. Rotary Club of Dubai contacted me saying that Rotaract, actually, Club of Dubai contacted me saying that we need to certify an Interact Club school based as a Rotaract. We want them to be certified. So actually, the club that was certified this Rotary year, which is Interact Club of Jumeirah, is a community-based Interact Club, is sponsored by Rotaract and Rotary Club of Jumeirah. This is again the
so it seems to me
integration.
like that everybody is very connected, that they're very supportive of each other on a multi-generational as well as multi-platform. So it isn't just Interact is being supported by Rotaract, it's Rotarians are supporting the next generation. Is that a easy
And
way to put
supported
it?
by them now even. Like, for example, you mentioned the blood drive.
Blood drive,
So,
yeah.
so the blood donation drive, um, every year we struggle with it because it needs some kind of permissions. Where are we going to park the truck? And there is like a minimum number of donors. If we don't
Mm-hmm.
achieve this number, the health authority will not give us the drive again.
Right.
So this year, our Interact Club hosted the blood donation drive, and we reached to 76 donors, the maximum number of donors.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
so as you mentioned, like for example, we provided mentorship to our Rotaract Club of Jumeirah, and today they are paying back by helping us mentoring the Interact Club of Jumeirah and sponsoring them. This is
So
the kind of integration and implementation we are talking about.
I and it's fabulous, and I hope people are paying attention. One thing that came to my attention that I loved, and I'm sure President Elena knows something about this too, is that you guys had an eco summit. And what I find fascinating is that um, the UAE, as you say, have seven emirates, but the district you were talking about, Elena, is, I think you mentioned almost six, seven
Nine countries.
countries, nine
Nine countries.
countries. In those nine countries, we have some people that are under great environmental stress, some that are doing better than others. To have an Interact Eco Summit where you are in Dubai is really brilliant in a lot of ways, because where sometimes in North America we don't see it in our face, the environmental problem we don't necessarily see, but you guys really do. It's not getting cooler in Dubai. It's getting hotter, and there is, eco interest in water, of course, and eco devastation from, unfortunately, wars that are not that far away from your area. that an eco summit sounds brilliant because it really, I feel, gives your interactors and rotaractors who see it every day, they really can be impactful. Is that a true statement?
Well, I think it's
Actually,
very
President,
important that you start from the ground up. So,
Okay.
from the youngest age, that there is a understanding of what's important. That there is an understanding how you grow up. That there is the world out there that needs saving, and that we have to invest in the children and the future adults to grow up and have the understanding. So we have a lot of focus on all these kind of issues. We have even a Rotary Club that is an eco club that
Okay.
really focuses also on these issues. Although also all the other clubs try also to have certain drives that also raise the awareness of certain matters. So we in my club, I'm a member of Rotary Club Cosmopolitan, living in a cosmopolitan world. It's called Cosmopolitan. We do mangrove planting. So what is a big thing in the UAE? But to raise this awareness, particularly in the young children, young adults, we think that's very important. And maybe Dr. Basel can add to this.
yeah, actually, I was mentioning that the Rotary clubs in UAE are involved into mangrove plantation every year. We increase the number of trees, and we are very active in this area to the point that, as President Elena mentioned, the Association of Rotary Clubs in UAE supported certifying a new Rotary club that's called Rotary Eco Dubai. So
Eco Dubai. Nice. Okay.
they are focusing 100% on eco initiatives, and they last year they sponsored an Interact club, which is our sister Interact club, called Interact Eco Club. They are just focusing on eco, you know,
Love it. And
and
I think it's also very important for people to realize that the UAE is one of the, as a governmental entity, is one of the quickest and scientific base of like renewable energies and all kinds of stuff, that as Emirates, your whole air, it kind of starts with youth, but it's going all the way up the ladder. And that's something, not even with Rotary, but in the whole structure of your states or Emirates, that's something we all can agree on here with our 50. And it sounds like, as a collective for the greater good, you're rather leading the way in the world, not just in, that part of the world, but the entire world. I think is a very easy statement to say.
Dubai hosted the COP28, which is
Oh,
the
yeah.
International Environment Summit, gathering the leaders from around the world to do initiatives about environment. In addition to that, specifically Dubai, they have a plan, the ongoing plan, to increase the number of trees and palms. Every year, they are very transparent to even publish the number of trees planted this year, to
Wow.
increase oxygen, to increase the eco-friendly environment in Dubai and in UAE in general. And we, as Rotarians, supported the Interact Club of ECO, and which is the sister of our Interact Club in DIA. Both together, they organized Interact Eco Summit. So we, as Rotarians, supported them by providing professionals from different fields to run this summit. The output was projects, doable projects actually, uh, adopted by their schools.
Wow. So what is, Dr. Basil, what do you think? How many, let's say in 5 years, how many Interact and Rotaract and Rotaract groups do you think you may have? If you're growing this fast, could we actually see in 5 years maybe 10 groups? 15 groups? Is that kind of a pie in the sky, or does that seem like it very well could be? It really sounds like the wheels are turning here and you guys could get bigger and bigger and bigger. Does that sound good?
If we read the past and the present, we will predict the future. So three
Right.
years ago, we had zero active Interact club,
There you go.
and today we have four, and f the fifth is under process now. Um, the students started to feel jealous from each other. Oh, why he is doing this? I also want to do that. I want to be a leader, you know.
Mhm.
The family is getting bigger. President Elena can comment from the association perspective, but from the Interact perspective, I can see it as the mushroom effect, I call it, you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
very
it's
much.
it's every day growing.
And overall, President Elena, is Rotary growing throughout the UAE? Is as itself, is it a green spot? Is Rotary International growing in that area?
Yes, it definitely is, because it's even branching out now to the other Emirates. So, as I said, it always is required to have a license to operate.
Correct.
We
Yeah.
have one club now that is in a different emirate, in Al Quwain. We have another club planned in Ras Al Khaimah, so they will be under a different authority because each of the emirates has a different authority.
Mm-hmm.
And because we want to cover also different areas. So from Ras Al Khaimah, it's not really too far to come to Dubai, but if you want to be involved and regularly and have your meetings, it's nice if you have it close by. So, in addition to the clubs that I mentioned, to the number, we have the one in Al Quwain, we have the one in Ras Al Khaimah. There is a plan, maybe. We have also what we call now focus on maybe clubs that have one language. So we have an Arabic speaking club now.
Okay.
So the more common language between all of us is English, wherever we come from.
So
So
all the
whether
Emirates as a whole, English is the primary language.
it is the government language still is Arabic. So
Arabic. Okay.
the main language of the country is still Arabic, but
Right.
everybody speaks English, and is the common language for everybody to talk to each other. So
Gotcha.
all the clubs, except that one, operate in English. But there is a plan maybe to have also a French-speaking club, or
Oh, wow.
German or Italian-speaking club if there is enough. There is different, maybe also focus on having other clubs that pool together a certain profession, like a Rotary Club that is for doctors and medical fields. So yes, we are looking at different options, and we definitely want to grow also Rotaract club. So maybe that every Rotary club has at least also a Rotaract club and an Interact club. So and we as an association are definitely supportive, and whoever wants to charter a club and a new club, we will do whatever we can to support that.
I love it. Well, I just have a few more questions and I'm going to let you go about your wonderful days. But I have one it's rather generic and one that I hope you guys will enjoy. But because Rotary is non-religious and non-political, do you think that helps, especially in the UAE, or I know in parts of India or even like South Korea, because we are so diligent on we're going to take the politics out of it, we're going to take the religion out of it, and we're just here for human dignity and the betterment of mankind and this planet. Do you think that is why we are trusted so much, and for us to grow, especially in your region, may be easier than people actually think, because we really specify the peace and the human dignity part of Rotary as number one?
I think it's definitely playing a big part, because we kind of see that we're focused on the essential, what is really, service above self. So whatever you believe in and wherever you come from, what nationality, the service and the good, the projects that we want to implement, the outcome of these projects, help that we can provide, the support that we can provide. So all our clubs have different focuses, so that's why we differentiate each other a little. Everybody has my club, for example, supports organization that takes care of orphans in the country. Jumeirah has a long-standing relation with I would say boarding school for children with disabilities. So each club tries to have as much impact as possible and take everything of religion, government, politics out of the equation just for the service to the people in the community.
So my last question, I'm going to let you go, because what time is it there? I know it's right about 1 o'clock. 9 o'clock at night?
Yes.
Good heavens, let's have you go to sleep. Thank you for staying up so late for me.
We're gonna watch football.
So as we do, I notice I have a France shirt on as we speak, because today's game is in Mbappe's playing. We are recording this during the World Cup. Outside of Rotary, I think football could bring us all together.
And it does.
It does.
Look at it.
And Steve Martin, who is a dear friend of mine and is a Rotarian who works at the Liverpool Football Club, and I have started the Rotary Fellowship of World Football Fans. You're going to have to look it up. I'm telling you what, during the World Cup, there is a very talkative fellowship going on right there. We're all Rotarians. We all love each other, but we do know how to poke at each other a little bit. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. All right. Off of football. And I'm sure you guys noticed all the scarves behind me there.
Yeah.
I am a huge football fan. All right. But that's not what this podcast is about. Last question. I have to say, I don't have, I gotta get some UAE teams in there. Just saying.
We want to make sure that when you come in October and meet us, that we have some of the scarves for you.
There we go. We got it. All right. So we've already talked about misconceptions from, I would say, people that just don't want to ask questions. And so thank you for taking on those questions that I asked. And you've already told us about your wonderful country, and you've told us about your amazing Rotaractors in here. But now we're going to go that 10 years ahead of time. And because it's growing so fast, and because we seem to be like getting out of this mold of what exactly the UAE really is, what is your hope for this area? And what is your hope for Rotary among the Emirates there? Especially, we're going to start with you, Madam President, because you're about to end your reign, for no better word. Is that correct? No,
I'm going to continue.
You're still in there. They got you for one more year or 2 more years, or
I think for at least 1 more year, because we have a certain charter or bylaws for the association that is governed by the CDA, our regulatory body. And I think they require me to be there at least for 2 years. So at least 1 more year.
Gotcha. For at least. So where do you think Rotary could go in your part of the world? Do you think it could be as big as some of these places like in India and throughout?
Rotary is big in India. Rotary
is huge.
It's huge in India. So I mean, for the UAE, I would say there is still much room for improvement to make it even more popular than it already is, to spread the word, to increase our members. To also, I mean, we have kind of a similar issue with, the female membership not being as high as the male membership, but it's getting there. Also, all the female women presidents bringing in their girlfriends, as I did during my presidency. So, yes, this is for one thing, more women in Rotary and Rotaract as well. I think in Rotaract they don't have this issue. There are a lot of women in Rotaract.
The future in
So,
in
but
your neck of the
then,
woods is women. Okay.
there is the one I think also development they have to do moving Rotaract to Rotary, that they actually make this shift and become
Yes.
members because they like their
Yes.
Rotaract community and they don't really want to let's say maybe
I don't want to
be a
grow up.
old guard.
I hear you. Okay. Yes.
So,
But you think it's growing.
so
You think the
yes,
future is
yes,
bright in your
definitely.
area.
Yes, definitely. Because we have a good base of Rotaract and eventually they're gonna be Rotarians as well. We have, as you said, Dr. Basel has explained, we have a good increase in Interact. So I'm not afraid of the future because there is good growth in Rotary in the UAE.
Dr. Basil, your last question. What's been your proudest moment so far of all these kids coming forward and starting these groups? What brings that smile on your face? What are you so proud of?
Because we are talking about the Rotary movement, Rotary Youth Movement, the first episode of our podcast, Rotary Youth Decoded, that was published already, was talking about this point, and we were four in that episode: a Rotaractor, an Interactor, a Rotarian, and the dual member from Rotaract and Rotary as well. So two weeks ago, for the very first time in Dubai and UAE, we enrolled two Interactors in the Rotaract Academy, which is the orientation workshop that they have to attend in order to accept their membership or elevate their membership from Interact to Rotaract. So we are not
Right.
only now elevating Rotaractors membership into Rotary, we are also elevating the membership of Interactors into Rotaract. This is the full momentum.
Wow. And I look at you, which is always fun to say that I look at you on a podcast, but you are proud. You can really see it in the smile on both of your faces, on the sparkle in your eyes. You're proud of your country and you're proud of your kids. And yeah.
Sure.
Like,
Definitely.
yeah.
Most definitely. Yes.
Exactly. Madam President, Dr. Basil, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that the people who are either watching us or listening to us maybe tilt their head and go, you know what? Maybe I have not necessarily misinformation, but maybe I need to do my homework on a different part of the world, just like when I interviewed Rotarians in Moscow, in Russia. Maybe we need to stop, take a breath, know that the words are Rotary International. And as an international family, we have a lot of friends. And we have more in common, I guess we should say, than not in common. Is that a fair statement? Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely so. Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us. It was a pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you.
Really, thank you so much. And I'm happy to see our brainstorming happening now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that.
Well, thank you for joining me for the conversation this week. Those are two amazing new friends, and I'm glad that I could introduce them to you. Did you learn something? I know I did. And I personally love that they were so willing to break down what exactly the United Arab Emirates are, the countries that are involved with them, the different areas of tradition. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. And I have to admit, going back and forth with Dr. Basil, I made some faux pas putting together this interview, but both of them were so willing to answer my questions, to get rid of some of those misconceived perceptions. And I ask you again, and I've asked this question before, would you go to a Rotary convention there? After spending time really learning about the region, I think my answer is yes. I would love to know more about the United Arab Emirates. I would love to visit the people. I would love to enjoy the culture. Isn't that why I bang my head all the time saying we are Rotary International. We are an international family. And to learn more and more from that international family is truly important. And those interactors and those rotaractors, oh my goodness, they are... Dr. Basil, I'm just so proud of you. Keep going. I see you with 10, 15, maybe 20 clubs by the time we talk in 5 years or less. I'm telling you, it's a hot spot for sure. So if you know somebody like Dr. Basil and you'd like me to interview them or get to know their story, hey, rotarianpod@gmail.com. And as always, I remind you to like this YouTube channel, or if you're listening to us, tell a friend. And of course, we also blog around here, and we hit the road a lot, especially in 2027. So if you'd like me to come to your neighborhood, it's that same email, rotarianpod@gmail.com. United Arab Emirates. I think we all can agree that we can unite. We can unite in maybe understanding the beautiful culture and the beautiful people of that area. Yeah, I'm taking a road trip. I'm on my way. Until next time, take care of yourself and the world around you, and we'll hear you, see you, read about you, all of the above on the Action to Impact podcast and videocast and blog on the Action to Impact show with me, Gwen Jones. Have a great week, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.